Hello everyone. Good morning children. Let's start today's lecture. But before that, I want to tell you something else. Most of the students can comment and ask me a question or doubt or query, and also give me a reply of the homework and question answers. So, I'm really happy for that all students, and I request to other students, please be sincere and study the videos carefully and perfectly, and also you all should do homework regularly, and query or doubt ask me in the comment. Or second thing, most of students can't, I mean, don't see the video lectures and don't to study at home. So I request to all that students, please be sincere and study carefully and perfectly, because as per the government instruction, maybe till 18 August school cannot open, right? So till that we have to study with this video lectures. So please be sincere. Okay? Now we are going to start the lecture number 3 of chapter 10, Organs of Government. Before the starting lecture 3, we discuss here some topic of the previous lecture. I mean to say, topic covering the lecture 1 and lecture 2. In brief, we discuss here. In lecture number 1, we discuss about the Lok Sabha, then qualification for membership of Lok Sabha, then Rajya Sabha and qualification for the member of Rajya Sabha, then Speaker of Lok Sabha and casting vote. So, total members of Lok Sabha 545 members. Out of that, 2 members are selected by the President from the Anglo-Indian community. Then, require qualification for the membership of Lok Sabha. He or she should be a 25 years of age or more, or he or she must be a citizen of India. Then he should not be having unsound mind or insolvent. Then quorum means minimum number of present in the House of Parliament. What? A minimum number of members present in House of Parliament. For the Lok Sabha, 1/10, and for the Rajya Sabha, 2 should be a 1/10. Total members in Rajya Sabha, 250. To 38 members of Rajya Sabha are elected, and rest 12 members are nominated by the President of India. Require qualification for membership of Rajya Sabha. He or she must be a citizen like Lok Sabha. Then he or she should be 30 years of age or more, and also he must not have unsound mind, insolvent or criminal. Okay. Then Speaker of Lok Sabha. Before that, I want to tell you, first chairman of Rajya Sabha was Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Now the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So, first Speaker of Lok Sabha, Shri Ganesh Vasudev Maulankar. Then, Speaker's main function is to see that the proceeding of the Lok Sabha gets organized in a prescribed form to maintain discipline, order, and dignity of the House are the topmost function of the speaker. Then casting vote. What is casting vote? We have already discussed now. I wish you all remember. Okay? During any proceeding of the House, there arises any question, matter, or problem on any bill or act, and decision upon it is to be taken, especially when the numbers of vote in favor or in against the matter are equal number. Thence, in such condition, speaker can give his vote, which is known as casting vote. Then, in lecture number 2, we were studied about the topic when can bill become an act, then legislature at the state level, in that legislative assembly, legislative council, qualification for the membership of the state legislature, then time period and procedure of the bill become an act, right? So qualification for membership of state legislature, a person who is a citizen of India and age is 25 year or more, and time period is of also 5 year. Then procedure of an act from bill, ordinary bill. So in that topic, 2 to 3 points are most important. First one is, if a bill which is passed in the second house of parliament, which is passed by first house to the second house and sent to the second house for pass, and if bill is not passed in second house and it is again sent to the first house, but if the second house keep the bill for more than 6 months, that is, if second house cannot send again to the first house within the 6 months, then it is understood that the bill is rejected. And if talk about the money bill, then within the 14 days by Rajya Sabha, bill is not returned to the Lok Sabha, then bill is considered to have been passed by the Rajya Sabha. These 2 to 3 points is important. Other points is also important, which all were discussed in lecture 2. Now we are going to start next topic and start the lecture number 3. Topics covered under the lecture 3. Second organ of government, that is executive. It is the most efficient and effective central organ of the government. Then president, qualification for the president, function and power of president. Then the vice president, and third is prime minister. Then the state executive, under that the topic is the governor. So today we are studying about this topic. Okay, so let's start. Executive, the most efficient, effective and central organ of the government is the executive. Union executive means at the central level, political executive comprises administration of the prime minister and cabinet of minister, president, vice president and bureaucrats. Political and administrative executive officer and employee are in direct contact of the people. Please underline most efficient and effective and central organ of the government is executive. Then the meaning of union executive. is a central government political executive comprises administration of Prime Minister and Cabinet of Minister, President, Vice President, etc. Then the people are influenced by their work. The executive implements the law framed by the legislature. The administrative executive carried out the work of implementing the policies, program and planning done by the government. A work of administrative executive. What is the work of administrative executive? So, implementation of policies, program and planning which are done by the government, keeping in the view the aspirations and expectation of the people. Please, you can underline the points which I highlight with the red color. Okay. Then the political executive change every 5 years or if the power is given up. Whereas the administrative executive is formed by permanently appointed bureaucrats and hence it is permanent. However, the retirement age of the administrative is different in different state. In all state, different age limit for the administrative bureaucrats. Before their retirement, if they misbehave or show a lack of efficiency, so they can be removed from the post after following prescribed inquiry procedure. Most of retirement age is decided by the state, but before their retirement, they can be removed due to misbehave or show a lack of efficiency to work. Political executive are the members belonging to any political party. Their main qualification is to get elected based on their individual honesty to the party, public choice, and public opinion, whereas administrative executive require educational qualification, quality, experience, as well as passing competitive examination to be appointed permanently. Please underline this point. Administrative executive require educational qualification, quality, experience, as well as passing competitive examination. The service of administrative officer is known as civil service. At the center, the political executive consists of president, vice president, prime minister, and cabinet minister as per the constitution. We can, sorry, we read here that the service of administrative officer is known as civil service. So, one of the post is of civil service like IAS. I think you heard about this post. IAS, Indian Administrative Servant. It is a civil service. Then IRS, IFS, etc. are the post which is known as a civil service. Then President. First I explain this topic and then I provide a sheet with the underline. Then you can also underline the points. Okay? First I'll explain. President is the constitutional head of India. All executive powers of federal government is given to the President by the Constitution. All executive power is given to the President by the Constitution. All the administration of the central government is carried out in the name of President. He is the head of nation and first citizen of Republic of India. Now qualification for the President. Which type of qualification required for President? So candidate should be a citizen of India. Then should be a 35 years of age or more. He should not be a salaried employee of government. Then he should not be a member of any house of parliament. Presidential election is indirectly carried out by the members of both the house of parliament. Term period of is of 5 years and he can contest the election after the completion of his term. When completion of the term period of 5 years, then he can contest the election. When the president is in power, neither criminal case can be framed against him nor an order of arrest or imprisonment can be issued. Now, you underline the important points. Please underline this point. If you can't see, then I'll speak. Please listen and underline. Should be a citizen, should be a 35 year of age, should not be a salaried employee, should not be a member of House of Parliament, elected for a term of 5 years, and he contests the election after the completion of his term. Then function and power. Please first you underline, then I explain. President cannot dissolve the cabinet. He is head of the defense force of the country. He appoints the judge of Supreme Court. President has the power to declare war. Then he appoints a high court judge, governor of state, controller and auditor general. He also appoints the head of the defense force and appoint the chairman of the Union Public Service Commission, UPSC. I think you heard about this competitive examination, UPSC, GPSC, right? So chairman of UPSC also appointed by the president. So now we read the functions and power. President appoints the leader of party who has gained majority in general election as the Prime Minister. Then, with the consultation of the Prime Minister, he appoints the other Minister of Cabinet. He administers the oath and distributes the portfolio to the Minister. As long as Cabinet enjoys the support of the majority member of Lok Sabha, and the President cannot dissolve the Cabinet. Cabinet enjoys the support of the majority members of Lok Sabha. That's why President cannot dissolve the Cabinet. President is the head of defense force of the country. He has power to declare a war, cease the war, and conclude the treaty with other countries. He appoints a judge of Supreme Court, High Court, then he appoints a comptroller and auditor general. In a short form, we can say C and AG. Then Attorney General, Governor of State. Then he appoints a head of Defense Force. Then Chairman of UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and ambassadors of various nations. Thus, vast authorized executive and administrative power are vested in the President. He can grant a pardon or reduce the sentence of any convicted person, or can postpone its implementation, or can change the nature of punishment. In the topic of functions and power, points cover for the President like what to do President and what to do not. President appoints the judge, then governor, then C and AG, etc. Then he cannot dissolve the cabinet. So, mostly points are related that president what to do and what to do not. Now, Last point, he summoned a session of both the House of Parliament and prorogues them. He can even dissolve the Lok Sabha if the President is satisfied that the security of India or any part of its territory is threatened by the war or external aggression or armed rebellion. He can declare a state of emergency for a whole of India or any of its part. Please underline this point. He can declare a state of emergency for the whole of India or any of its parts, because if President is satisfied that the security of India or any part of its territory threatened by the war or external aggression. Please underline this point. Then, the declaration of emergency cannot be challenged in court. Based on report of governor, the president can declare constitutional emergency in that state. He can also establish the president rule by dissolving the state cabinet ministry. You can write only six. You should write only 6 to 7 points in a short note or a question. If in examination this question is asked for a 3 marks, you write 6 point, or if for a 4 marks, then you should write 8 points or 9 points. Please 1 or 2 points write more, because out of total written points, if any 1 or 2 points are wrong, then remaining 7 to 8 points are right, so you can get good score. Okay, so in this topic, functions and power of presidents, two big paragraphs given in the textbook, but you learn only 8 to 10 points, whichever you like and whichever easy for you. Okay, then vice president. In the absence of the president, the vice president performs the function of the president. The vice presidential election is carried out by the member of both the House of Parliament. The term period of vice president is of 5 years. Whenever president absent, then vice president perform the all function of president. His or her period of is also 5 years, and the vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. The president submit his resignation to the vice president. Prime Minister. Please underline this top point. Prime Minister is the real head of central government. He is appointed formally by the president. Prime Minister is the head of party who has achieved a majority in general election. Our current Prime Minister, but obvious, you all know, Narendra Modi. The Minister of the Cabinet are appointed as per the Council of the Prime Minister and distribute the portfolio, means the distribution of the workload. Any minister, either to be taken, left, or continued in the Cabinet, is decided by the Prime Minister. Any minister, either to be taken, left, or continue to the Cabinet, which all are decided by the Prime Minister. He presides over a meeting of Cabinet and also look after the functioning of various departments of Cabinet. He takes a power decision. The Prime Minister is the head of Planning Commission, which is known as Policy Commission. There are 3 levels of minister. First, Cabinet Minister, then State Minister, and the Deputy Minister. How many levels are there? There are 3 levels of minister. First one Cabinet, second one State, and the third one Deputy Minister. The Prime Minister should be member of any one house of the parliament. The ministers are individually responsible for their ministries and department. The council of ministers is collectively responsible and accountable to Lok Sabha. If Lok Sabha rejects the policy of the government on a particular issue, then it is not only the responsible for that subject but whole council of ministers must accept the responsibility and resign. Please underline this point, it is most important. If Lok Sabha reject the policy of government policy government policy rejected by the Lok Sabha on a particular issue, then it is not only the responsible minister for that subject, but also all council of minister, means all the members of council must accept the responsibility and resign. Not only responsible the minister for that subject. Okay, we complete the prime minister topics, I mean functions and other important points related to prime minister, then vice president, and also we complete the president topic and qualification function of president. Now we are not starting the next topic, but we discuss about some important points related to examination. Please come on the page number 82 exercise. We discuss here some important questions for examination. We will start the next topic, state executive, the governor, in our next lecture. So important questions for the examination. Question number 3. What is quorum for the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? Question number 2. Eligibility of a member of parliament. Then question number 6. Describe the emergency power of president. Then question number 7. What is the process of impeachment? Then giving reason. Main question number 2. Indian Parliament is bicameral. Sentence statement number 1. Statement number 2. Rajya Sabha is the permanent house. 2 to 3 marks for this question. In examination, if this type of question asked, then you can write the answer in paragraph form, not in point wise. Okay? Please, because you have to giving the reason for this statement, and mostly reason are given in paragraph. So you should write in paragraph form in this type of question. And any other question asking examination, you can write the point wise. But for this question only, you should write in paragraph. So question number 1, 2, then third, then question number 8, question number 7. 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8 is important. Then write a short note. Short note, most of the all short notes are important, but some short note is most important. Like short note number 5. How does a bill become an act? Explain the post procedure. Most important question for the examination. Then position and executive power of Prime Minister is also important. Then position of governor and his function. These 3 short note is most important for the examination. Choose the correct option. You can read for one time only. So we complete today's lecture, and from the lecture number 4 of chapter 10 we will discuss the remaining topic. Okay, till that, goodbye everyone.